See a girl, you be like, lick the fingers and then do the eyebrow. Just like,
oh my god,
Method Man.
was that Method Man?
Yeah, it's Method Man. Yo, he's actually he can spit, bro.
I mean, he has his own show now.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the rap joint.
Let's
Right?
go drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Yeah, is it good?
I watched a few episodes. Actually, pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, we need to get on that show, Rami.
Rami
Malek. Oh no, that's Rami Malek.
That's another guy. That's the Egyptian.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a very good actor actually. I really like his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this new show is cool because it talks kind of how what we talk about, the intersectionality between being a young Muslim out here and you getting into drugs and sex and just drinking and
Everyday life.
yeah, and just life in general,
Yeah.
but still trying to like remain religious and like how do you hit that intersection.
Yeah.
But what's a really big part of being young and Muslim, and we kind of talk about this when it comes to our siblings, is them not understanding the importance of prayer. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys.
It's the power of throwing those hands up and asking the Almighty for whatever you want. Not only asking, but also thanking. Being grateful.
Bruh, what?
Yes.
Before we go into detail,
Yes,
let us start the podcast. You already know what it is.
Yes.
Let's switch it up this time. It surprised me.
Oh, 3-2-1.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Jibreel
And
Salam.
Mohamed Hassan.
And you listen to the Young and Muslim
Yeah,
podcast.
we're bringing the energy today. As-salaam alaikum.
Alaikum as-salaam.
My brother, bismillah.
All right, man, Rahim. All right. So today, guys, very quick, very informative for you all to take this and apply it with Ramadan
Right
around
away.
the corner.
Right away.
It's very important that everybody understands the power of your du'as or the power of your prayers because it works. Lately, I've been making some crazy, powerful du'as, and a guy, hey, I give it up to guy, he always replies. That's my man, Big Sean, right there. If you know me, I'll be throwing the quotes out like crazy. Anyways, like wild.
Yeah.
Like I'm asking for like strong stuff, and then I see it in an instant. It's crazy.
I know.
Prayer works.
All the time.
And I'm not even talking on some weird like pseudo Muslim like pray God will answer. It's like yo, like for real, when you really put like some real like some real soul in the prayers after you make salah, you sit there and you make them du'as like where you tearing up,
The sincere
bro. Some
joints.
sincere joints, bro. It works. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. If you don't pray right now, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes, when I was younger, I used to just get on the side of the bed and I used to make prayer just like, how like Christian kids do. Because, I was just like, well,
Would you ask for PlayStation?
nah, I mean, I used to actually pass tests. I actually,
Pass tests?
I used to stress out a lot about like school and stuff. I still kind of do. But like, yeah, I used to like, bro, I remember I had a history final. This was my sophomore year in high school.
For real?
And bro, I studied literally for like 10 hours straight. And I
What?
remember making dua. Yeah, I studied all the way through school and through the rest of that night.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to sleep. It was like 1, 2 o'clock. And I literally memorized every bit of like my history like
See, that's
binder. That joint was
crazy.
thick. And when I started making dua, I was just crying. I was like, God, please let me pass this test. Please. Bro, got an A on that joint.
I used to make dua like kids like you would show up so I can cheat off them. Oh, God. Please do not let Jimmy be sick today.
The little sit right beside me.
He is critical. Oh, yeah, love. Please do not let the teacher do arrange seats today and move us around. I need this. Hey.
Bro, that used to be the worst. You're like, oh my God, why'd you move me next to this dumbass? Why? Oh my goodness. Yeah, bro.
Dude, when I was younger, for those that do not know, I lived about 10 years without my mother. So I used to make dua every single day that my mom would come back. And then 10 years later, like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like, made that come true. But, what was saddening for me is that as soon as it came true, I stopped praying. Like, I stopped making dua. I was like, oh, I got it. Like, I was like, that's just the end of the road. You know what I mean?
You're like
And-
God's a genie or something.
yeah, and then it's just like, okay. But I feel like a lot of people do this. Like, after you do that, then it's not, the work is never done.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, you thank him. Then, you ask Allah for just other things that you have. You're just more grateful. Hey, thank you for giving me this. Somebody was saying this over over the weekend. It was like, if I legitimately sat there and made dua for everything I was thankful for, I'll be making dua for days, not even for hours. You know what I mean? Like, every single thing you're grateful for.
I'm trying to generalize it, like cram it.
Yeah, because you got to be real, like,
You're like, yo, I got work. I need to get back. But, I think since I've moved I've prayed more than I have like in my entire life. Like I'm,
mashallah, baby.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it's
I really appreciate
big accomplishment.
One, the buddy system definitely helps. That definitely helps.
Big
So
fact.
if you aren't used to praying, try and get with a friend who either is or like their goal is also the same as yours. So like try and pray more and start off easy. Like bro, try and just start making Asr and Maghrib are probably the two easiest to make. Right. One, if I'm being real, Isha is hard because sometimes you start watching a TV show and you get sucked into it and you just like.
Cool. Or you're so exhausted, you come home and you get to bed and knock out.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're being real about it, sometimes you're watching TV and you just don't make prayer, right? I mean, we're talking to kids that might be in high school or something.
That's true.
They ain't working.
They ain't like us.
Maybe they are working. No, if
no
you aren't
offense.
working, good.
No jabs taken.
No. But then like Fajr is super hard because you gotta wake up so early, and then Dhuhr is hard because like it's the middle of the day, and you might not have a place to pray. So be realistic with it, right? And we've already talked about that, but this episode is really to talk about the power of prayer. Because for example, I was in a situation where I have this specific weakness. I will not expose this weakness.
No.
I have a very specific weakness.
DM him on his personal page.
Nah, don't even DM me about it because I ain't gonna tell you. So we gotta play the situation where this guy right here
What are you talking about?
helped aid it.
What?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, bro, here, this is it. And I was like, oh, no. So I made dua. I was like, God, like, I know what I need and I know what I want in my life. And if this situation, if this thing that has been basically like, it's just like, it gravitated towards me. If this isn't good for my health, if this isn't good for the future that I want, if this isn't good for my religion, if this isn't good for my life and my afterlife, don't let it come near me because I'm so tempted to, like, if it comes any closer, I'm going to, hey, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grab it. And I was like, oh, Allah, just like make it so that it doesn't come any closer. And then all of a sudden, nothing. Like it was just gone. And so then I was like, okay, I made a very specific dua about a very specific thing that I wanted. And I was like, okay, so that means that what I want is still obtainable. And Allah kept that, the temptation away from me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was like, bet. That means that, so that they gave me, that reinforced me in saying, one, I definitely need to thank Allah. Yes. Right. Two, that showed me that one, I'm getting stronger in my own iman and stronger in my own self-restraint. Especially going into Ramadan, it's cool to be like, yo, I got self-restraint. I'm exercising it. But then three, that thing that I want is like, I can get it.
It's more precious.
I can still, it's very precious, and it shows me that prayer isn't going in vain.
Oh, okay. Because like that right there almost remind me of the istikhara dua, And one thing that I learned honestly over the weekend, when I hear about istikhara dua, people are like, yeah, it's about a big decision whether it comes to work or marriage. But when I looked into details, it was you pray istikhara to make a decision over two things, Either you do it or you don't. So you got this big job coming up. You make istikhara dua saying, oh, ya Allah, if this job can help me bring me closer to my faith and it's good for me, bring it to me. But if it's not, it will take me away from my faith and it's not good for me, you keep it away and replace with something better, And I love that because it's so practical,
It's a simple dua.
But then on the other hand, I was listening to Mufti Mink, may Allah bless that man. He was like, look, you can't just be praying istikhara dua, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you out with this one decision, but you're not living right anyway. You're not listening to Allah, you're not doing anything right, you're not following any type of guidance. All of a sudden, like, yo, help me with this one decision. It's like, no. I mean, get your life on path. Get your life on the right track first.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be putting yourself in a position where if that thing comes to you, then it's working for you.
That's the thing, because people make dua for stuff, and then when they get it, they're just surprised. Like, oh, like this stuff is real. You know what I mean? Then at that point, it's like, and sometimes that comes from the people who are seen as the most pious or the most holy in the community, but they're not even simple believers. Like, yo, you pray for this. You've been asking for this. Now that you have it, you can't believe that you got it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? For me, it's like if Allah gives something, I'm like, yo, wow, like, alhamdulillah, this came true. And I'm not going to sit there flabbergasted. I'm like, alhamdulillah, let me just go ahead and move with it because I don't want to lose it. You feel me? It's so easy to lose stuff. And Allah tests us. He tests us by giving us stuff, and He tests us by taking away stuff from us. You know what I mean? So if you make a dua like you were talking about, and it's crucial and sincere, and He kept you away from that situation, the next test is going to be another situation that looks similar to it. Are you going to fall into that one, or are you going to be just as patient?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the hardest thing to do is when, you know, whatever your weakness is, whether it's candy or whatever, right? Sweets, whatever, is for you to be confronted with it. And then you're just like, bro, it's right there. I could grab it, both hands. But to have that self-restraint and then to pray that Allah bless you to be stronger so that you can resist it, you know?
That's good. See, and that's a really good point. Because when it comes, it's like, oh, Allah, thank you for keeping me away. But next time, make me even stronger. So that's a great point you bring up. Yeah. That's a great point.
Yeah. Perfect example. So what was it? So my family went on vacation and like I hadn't heard from them because, you know, they would update me like what state they're in because they were coming from a few states away, and it was a long drive. It was almost like a 20-hour drive. So, you know, my mom's texting me like, oh, we're here, and then after a while she stopped texting me, right, and I didn't hear for hours. So I woke up for Fajr and I you know, leave my phone in the room, and I'm praying in the living room. I was like, one du'as, I was like, oh Allah, like just bless my family to get home safe. As soon as I salamed out, my phone dings, right? I checked my phone. My mom said, oh, we just made it in right before Fajr. And I was like, oh my God, Allahu Akbar. Like, yo, it's crazy. It was literally as soon as I made it, boom, it happens. And, you know, if you guys don't know, like we talked about the situation with Mustafa and Yusuf, like that situation was just wild, bro. It was like instantaneous. And a matter of fact, like I prayed istikhara, right? Several times over one particular situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very important when you do it over like marriage, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're unsure. Like, certain people say, oh, pray all the time, but it's like, yo, like if you really feel certain about something, I mean, still you can do it. That's your choice. But, you know, the way that I use it is like, you know, I'll pray it once or twice on a situation, and then I let it take effect a little bit, and I try and open my eyes to see if the signs exactly. You know what I'm saying? Why do you deny the sign? A lot of talks about how we deny the signs is because sometimes we're so busy trying to pray for things that we don't put our head up to actually trying to see like what's happening if Allah is giving us the signs.
Remember the pursuit of happiness? I love that story.
Oh yeah, I sent you 3 boats, you big dummy. Oh man,
God save me. No, but you're right. Like, we're so busy ignoring the signs because we have our head down. You know what I mean? Whether it's reading the Quran, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but whether it's reading the Quran or praying, it's like, no, Allah. But Allah's like, yo, this is what I sent you.
It's like the email said, you have to read Allah's other book, which is the Quran.
No, Quran is the one.
I'm sorry, the creation. You have to read the creation.
But you know, like, a lot of people think that. And then what a lot of people maybe they know, maybe they don't know. When you make dua for other people, because when you make dua for other people, the angel is saying just, and me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like, whatever He said, you know, praying for those people, make sure that also goes on them, you know. So if you're praying for somebody else, automatically those blessings come back on you. So that's awesome. You feel me? And you know, pray for other people. Not only in need around the world, but just pray for people in your community. Pray for people that are non-Christians, man. You can pray for them. You know, a lot of people think they make du'as like they have to be Muslim. Nah, you can legitly pray for anybody. It's free. And one thing that kind of peeves me or is weird, somebody's like, yeah, just make dua for me. Sometimes I don't even know if they're sincere. They just says it. I got a big test coming for me. Just make dua for me. I'll make dua. But
you studying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, did you study? No, I'm not about to say just make dua, bruh.
Yeah, like not.
What are you talking about?
That's almost the equivalent. Like when you ask. I was thinking about it today. I hate when people say like,
peeved.
Peeved. It peeves me off when like you ask, yo, how you doing? Oh, alhamdulillah. It's like, no, like how are you doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like stop being vague and trying to like throw. Oh, Allah, you know, all praise be to Allah. I'm like, no. Like, how are you? Yeah. Right? Like, what's up?
Yeah,
so
what's
the same thing with like make dua for me. It's like, yo, like what are you actually going through that I need to make dua for you? Because there's a lot of people that want me to make dua for them. So you better rank up because like when I'm sitting, when after I make prayer,
I want to
like
be specific too. I want to be as specific as I can.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And is you know, like you said, who you making dua for? That's why it's important to kind of know what's going on in the world because you want to make dua for those people. Make dua. Don't forget to circle around your duas. Like pray for the. What I mean is like just because you made dua for say your parents during Fajr doesn't mean that you can't make the same exact dua. You know during Dua. You know what I'm saying? So like I have a cycle with my prayers where you know every prayer I try and make a different dua. Or if I make the same ones, I try and add on ones every prayer. So like I'll think a lot for my parents, pray for their safety, my siblings, so on and so forth. Pray for my mans right here. You know, pray for your family. Pray for like you know my other friends. Pray for like the Muslims who I always pray for people who I just meet. It's weird. I've been doing that for a while. Like if I meet somebody, I was like, you know, like oh Allah, I pray that you know you bless them, you keep them safe, and that we may meet again. And then just praying to meet future people, like you know, this is a running joke, like future Habibti, like you know, like or just like have like certain friends in certain places and elevate me to a certain level in life. Not so much like I want to be rich, right? Like that's something that every young person prays for, but is not so much about the monetary gain as much as it is like I want to gain more insight and spirituality with people who are trying to work towards something greater than money. You know, so we talk a lot about ownership. Like, yo, I want to be in an owner's position. I want to be in those box seats with the right people. You know, but along the way, I don't want to lose myself as well. So then, you know, after all that, I'll always make dua for myself. Like sometimes it's mixed in between. My duas are never like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's like. Most of the time, the duas for myself aren't about, as I said before, like any sort of like monetary gain. It's more like, you know, just preserve me and bring me closer to you and bring me closer to people who are also on the same journey and so on and so forth. And like, yo, just the things I'm doing, I just want to renew my intentions. And if I do wrong, just know that I'm not doing it purposely. Like I don't want to revert back to like bad habits and old sins. So just keep me moving forward. You feel me?
Absolutely, especially with those things you said. You know, there's just some things that you're not conscious of. So there's one thing that I do pray consistently is just for a forgiveness. Oh Allah, please forgive my friends for things that they didn't know or for things that they did know. You know, forgive them. Another thing that I also like making dua for is just everything that's internal. You know, patience, perseverance, having a great character, being always able to make people smile. And I make dua to stay positive. You know what I mean? That's just pray for.
That is a good one.
Allow me to stay positive in this crazy.
Pray for a good day.
Pray for
Fajr, that's actually a staple. It's like, oh Allah, just bless me to have a good day. Above all else, just bless me to have a good day. No, it's not even so much have a good day. Bless me to have a positive attitude throughout the day, because there's only two things that you can control. And I've been saying this for a while now. You can only control two things in life, ever. If you listen up. You can only control your attitude and your reactions. That's it. You can't control anything else. Because everything is through your own eyes. Yeah. So if your perception of what's going on is off, everything else is going to be off. You're the star of your own movie. All right, I'm done talking.
There are a few things that I but I want to incorporate more in my du'as, just like the planet. I don't pray for the planet. You know, I just thought about that right now. I was like, oh Allah, please protect this earth. Please preserve our beautiful land. I don't pray for stuff like that. So that's something that.
Damn, that's a good point. Like, dog, you know how many animals are just like going extinct left and right because like we don't think about our planet. Bro, what's crazy is that we, you know, part of worship is, you know, taking care of Allah's creation. You know, Allah says the highest of belief and faith is believing that there's no God but Allah, la ilaha illallah. The smallest amount of faith is simply picking something up off the street, picking up trash off the street.
Look at that.
You know?
Look at that.
So, like, as Muslims, we're encouraged to be green, encouraged to not be wasteful. You know, like, it's funny how we apply certain things to one thing Like, oh, don't waste your food, but like we're quick to throw like the plastic that came off a wrapper out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we have to not only make these du'as, but then we got to follow it up by actually, trying to be better. That's another thing. Pray, make du'a that Allah makes you a better Muslim day by day, but in small increments. Like, I've seen it. You did it. You went to Umrah, came back, brother.
Yeah, that was.
I only pray Fajr if I have the right over. I only play Fajr
At the masjid.
as the masjid. I only play Fajr if I can wear my lucky sandal. I'm like, bro, like, chill out, cuz. Goodness gracious. Like,
I can't work with the sandals on.
yeah. I forgot where I was even going with that. Like, I got so into the pseudo-Muslim mode, like, I forgot where I was going with it, cuz.
Another thing about the du'as that you gotta do after you have to believe in your du'as. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe that it's actually like true. If you're like, oh ya Allah, like, allow me to be closer to you, but you're doing stuff that's taking you further away. How's that even possible? You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Oh Allah, keep me close to you, but as soon as you're done, like, all right, bet. Yeah, let's go spark up. You know, how's that gonna work? I'm not just, but it's your actions. You have to believe in it.
No. Let's not even go as drastic as saying like spark up. Like, yo, you say, oh Allah, like, bless me to get close to you, but then you start cussing out people on the highway.
Yeah.
So simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a girl be like,
you lose your cool.
You start calling women itches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
bitches.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and not even like in a movie sense. Like, it's like, not in the music sense. Like, you're singing a song and it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like you talking with a friend, like, man, look at this joint, right? Like, disrespecting women, sort of, just from a guy's perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you interact with people is also important and a big part of our religion that we neglect. You feel me? So, after you pray for it, like you just said, like, you got to back it up with how you actually going to act.
Believe in it. After you believe in it, just go out there and just get it. For real. Because we always talk about this. You got to tie your camel. All right? You tie your camel. And then you make the du'as. Because you don't tie your camel, you're making du'as, you turn around, camel's going to be gone. Or like my man JP said, while you're praying, you can't even make du'as because you're too busy chasing the camel. That's what he's telling me. I was like, yeah.
JP is a smart man. JP is a very smart man. What was also funny about that, like, just think about it in a practical sense, like, tie my camel, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, think about this. Like, we always get in the car, Bismillah. But how many of you guys don't wear a seatbelt? Yeah. How many of you guys say Bismillah, but then you don't put on a seatbelt?
Bismillah. Yeah, that's a good, my man. Yeah.
You know?
That's that practicality. That's the action.
Yeah, man. It's like this religion.
Allah's going to protect me. Allah,
right,
the seatbelt's in the car for a reason.
Exactly. That is your protection. You gotta put it on. Because Allah blessed that man or woman or team of people to make up this contraption for us to be safe in and give us steps. That's part of Allah's creation, and Allah made it for us, made it easy for us, and we out here being idiots, making it hard. So, look, pray up, but also like rank up. You feel me? Like, don't just be an idiot out here thinking that Allah is granting wishes. Prayer without action are just wishes, and Allah ain't a genie. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely grants them. But sometimes for me, it's like, I don't know if you're deserving of a dua or not, because that's not my call. But, what I think is that when you make those duas, just understand that it can come true.
Yo, they work.
1 day, 1 week, 1 year. I mean, think about it. I made dua for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Wild,
and if I'm not saying I did it all the time, but like, it was so sincere, you know what I mean? Like you said.
It was on your heart.
It was in my heart, and then it finally happened. I was like, whoa. Like...
So shocked.
So shocked, And then I kind of think back, I was like, I should have been so much more grateful for that. Because that wasn't a coincidence. Because when my mom left, they said it was going to take 10 years. And it took exactly 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, ya Allah, well, if you listen to my du'as, you would have brought her in 5. Well, no, because That's how it works in the law of the land. Like, you break your visa, it takes 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people are just irrational.
And they're impatient.
They're very impatient.
Yo, man plans, God laughs.
Mm-hmm.
End of the day, like, we have all these grand plans, but like, if something really ain't good for you, you know what I'm saying? Or like, if it's really not going to steer you the right direction, or if you're just not ready for it.
Allah knows best.
Allah knows best. And sometimes, you know, you pray for so many things. You're like, God, I need this now. And you're like, God's like, bet. Give it to you. And you're like,
Sprinkle.
I can't handle it. Like,
I didn't mean now.
I mean 2 weeks from now.
But another thing that people do with dua, I feel like they make duas just to test. Kind of test Allah. Like, all right, I'm about to make dua. Let's see if it can happen. Let's see if this is really going to happen. You know, if it doesn't, it's like, man, I told you. You know, like, remember, I think we talked about this in one of our beginning of episodes, like, bro, can you make dua for me? Why don't you make dua for yourself? Man, Allah ain't trying to hear from me. You know what I mean? Just
it's people that, it's like, damn, I'm doing what you doing, hitting the joint. I've heard that, but it's like, bro, like, are you even attempting to level up? Like you said, like, are you can't be out here doing all the wrong and be like, God, save me from all the wrong, but then you go out and do more wrong. It's like, yo, like, at some level, you have to make the dua, like, Allah, please just bless me to incrementally just get better.
Just keep me back on the right track. That's it. You know, forgive me and just keep me back on the right track.
Or like, I believe that you have to take small steps with it. Like, God, just help me start to go on the right track. Help me stop one small habit.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh, I saw somebody's story. They were like, yeah, this Ramadan, I want to stop smoking weed. Well, it's like, well, how about instead of stop smoking weed, you start reading more? Right? It's like you
replace that.
Yeah, you try and indirectly fill those gaps. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Allah, bless me to just read through the Quran this entire Ramadan. Yes. You'll be so preoccupied reading, you ain't gonna have time to hit the blunt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is. Like, oh, Allah, just keep me away from these people. You know, that's actually a very big one. Like,
that's a big one.
Keeping certain people out of your realm.
Because you'll see those people start dropping like flies.
Bro, there's a reason why it's just you and me for the most part. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like there's certain people who you're going to come in less and less contact with, because God is like, yo, like, these people that you were banging with, they're not healthy for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, it's up to you. Like, for instance, like I was giving an example, but the thing that, you know, like, tempts me and Allah kind of, you know, made it go away, I can easily go back. I can easily go back and get it.
You know where it's at.
Exactly. I can easily do that. But is the thing that you really, truly want to have in the future, does the importance of that outweigh the importance of that you hold on the thing that you're currently tempted by? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can be like, oh, Allah, like, I want to stop drinking. Yeah. But is your want to stop drinking stronger than your want to drink?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, why do you want to stop?
Yep.
Right? Like, do you want a better quality of life? Do you want... Because at the end of the day, like, that is something you want. I want a good quality of life. Okay, well, stop drinking.
And better health, yeah.
Yeah, then stop drinking. Yeah.
Simple. There it goes right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if you want that, then you gotta stop doing certain other things. It's a give
can't give this up.
It's a give and take. Yeah. But hey, that's what it takes sometimes, man. Yeah. It takes for you to have to give up something in order to gain something.
Replace with something good, you know, and that's what takes patience and just perseverance, you know, because it's just like, first, when that thing that you want to stop doing, like the habit, gets taken away from you, just the patience and just the positive outlook that something else will come in there and kind of replace that. It's hard because that thing might not come right away, because you might have been, you know, drinking and smoking to kind of feel good, to keep you away from, you know, like, from feeling depressed or whatever. But like you said, replace that with what? Meditating, working out, reading the Quran, you know, maybe fasting, just, you know, voluntarily some days. But like you said, if your urge of not stopping isn't big, then you just find an excuse to just keep going, to be honest. You're like, you know what? I tried this stuff, but I'll come back to it later. You feel me? I'll just keep moving. I'll just keep pushing.
Keep talking, bro.
Are you good? Okay. Nah, man. I mean, dua is very important, and I think another important thing that I feel like people don't talk about. It's okay to make duas in English. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, man. No, I get passionate about this because look, your understanding of what you're saying is important. Your understanding of the Quran is important, and if all you know is how to memorize and recite, it's like, bro, like that doesn't help you to have very sincere duas. And there's gonna be some people that don't agree. That's fine, but it's more important to understand and be able to have a very informed and very measured and detailed understanding of what you're asking Allah for, than having the exact right terminology. So for instance, with istiqara, right? Mm-hmm. There's this brother Ziyad. We were talking with him. I forget where he's from.
Lebanon, Afghanistan.
No, I think he might be Palestinian.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
He might be Palestinian. So we're talking with him. This guy, he owns a little bazaar, right up the street from where we work, kind of like the next town over. And we were like talking. He was like, like my wife, she's very technical, and she knows a lot of the Arabic and is very good. She teach our children stuff like that. He's like, for me, I make the du'as, but like if the words aren't exactly right, that's fine. Like God knows where my intent is. God knows where my heart is. It doesn't have to be like this one sister sent me the surah for istiqara, right? And eventually I got to a point like I memorized the whole thing. It was good, but I was like that's not how I communicate, right? And I definitely want to up my communication when I talk with God, but yes. I want it to be as sincere as possible. And this language for me isn't sincere. And granted, I had to do it in English. I can't,
because you're not there yet.
Yeah, I can't. I can't read Arabic, and I can't speak Arabic. So for me, it's like, stop trying to put yourself on this pedestal that you can't yet step up on. If we come, in the Christian faith, they tell people to come to church, come as you are.
Come as you are.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said, come as I am, or like, come at me as you are. It's something like that. I can't get the wording right. But if you come in your du'as sincerely, and you come really asking for something that's important, something that's much bigger than you, Allah will hear your prayers. Yeah. Inshallah.
Inshallah, man. I mean, it's said that if you turn to Allah, He'll turn to you. If you walk to Allah, He'll run to you. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows that, like, as long as you're sincere, like, you don't have to say all those different things, because you understand. Even if you just turn, boom, right there. And there's no other person that I know, even you, bro. Like, if I turn my back on you 100 times, and I turn back another 101st time, you ain't gonna be there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one that'll be like, I forgive you. I'm here. The most merciful, you know what I mean? So when you think in those terms, it's like, wow, even I have a chance to make up. You feel me? And
no matter what you've done.
Just this one dua. Who knows? Who knows what can happen?
That was actually the thing that I was going to hit on, is that you're never too far gone to pray for forgiveness. You're never too far gone to try and do better and be better. You're never, ever. I mean, you can do whatever. Ever. You're never so far gone so that you can't ask for forgiveness, or you can't ask Allah to like better you and make you a better person, or just forgive the things you've done. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about the sincerity of your du'as. Yes. It's the sincerity of of how you give. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why there's like people, you can't, and this goes into like we talked about before, where people do things to get blessings, but like a true Muslim, somebody that has real faith, does things without thinking about what they get out of it,
the outcome.
They don't think about that. They're like, they're gonna be like, let me give to the homes because I'm gonna get so many blessings. It's like, bro, you just trying to get brownie points with God.
Yeah. That's almost a firefighting. Like, how many people can I save from this fire today? You know what I mean? Like, how many people can I go in there and save?
You do it. You just do it.
You just do it.
Just do it. So, yeah, man. Yeah, no, I do feel you. I feel you a lot on that one, because I've seen it. Like, they're like, oh, no, I want to do this. I want to get the blessing. No, do it because it's the right thing to do.
That's it.
We give zakat because we give zakat for a specific reason. right? It's very practical. Like, look, we give zakat because we want to see our community well. But if you don't have the means or you don't feel the connectedness to give zakat to, say you're at a masjid and you're like, I don't really bang with this masjid like that, yo, give your zakat to the homeless person that you see up the street all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do something with your du'as. Do something.
Yeah.
You know, don't just keep making excuses. You know what I mean? We've all been there. We've all done bad things. But if we continue to go through the same cycle without really trying to change ourselves, what they call that, insanity.
Yes.
Doing the same thing, expecting a different result is insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, it's important to try and change up and get better.
Yes.
And if you ask Allah for it, He will deliver.
I mean,
you want to finish it off? You
Yeah.
got some like that you want to drop?
I mean, I think we hit on all the points. Just start today. Dua is something you can start right away. You know, you don't have to wait. You don't need a sheikh with you. You don't need your parents with you. You can just do it yourself. Be sincere. When I make duas, I just try to find a quiet place, right? Quiet place, and then that I can sit there and really, really get in tune with Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And then sometimes I even close my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Really, really, really try to feel it, because that's also for me a form of meditation, because it's a reflection. You feel me? Reflection of my day, of the people around me, the people that I want to help, the people that have helped me, and then I just go in. So.
I like that. That's deep, man.
Yeah.
That's deep. One thing that I do is I try and get like, before I start making dua, I always try and
Deep breath. It's
take
good.
a nice deep breath. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
nice. You
relax a
feel
little
it.
bit. Yeah, man. And try and find that connectedness. You know, in yoga they say try and find that connectedness to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What it's saying is connect back to the creation. Connect to that oneness in
like
yourself. Right, that's what the is. The is trying to connect to your center,
Soul.
to that centeredness in your soul.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the soul? We're all created from one soul, and that soul comes from Allah.
Boom.
You feel me? It's all interconnected, baby. It's all interconnected. You just gotta do a little research, and sometimes, you know, we talk, do research, like, yo, sometimes you can research in yourself. You do some little introspection. You gotta really sit down with yourself, and you know, we say what you like, what you dislike, but you really gotta dig inside yourself to understand the creation as well, and your part in it, and how you are related to, you know, the ants, and how you relate to the trees, and you relate to the water, you relate to other human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like how you relate to everything that goes on around us, and how you interconnectedness. The movie I love is Avatar. For that same exact reason. Like that movie, man, blew my mind when I first saw it in high school. You know what I mean? Because it was like, whoa, like that, like that's Islam. You know what I'm saying? That's Islam right there. So stay prayed up.
Yeah, stay prayed up, man. And also another form, you know, while you wrap this thing up, feel like just meditation, like just sitting there, closing your eyes and just meditating. I also feel like that's a form of dua, because Allah can hear everything. You don't have to throw your hands up. You feel me? You just legitimately sitting there and like, oh, Ya Allah, you know, thank you for such a great day today. Something simple just like that, you know. Because a lot of people think like, you know, you gotta, you know, be in a certain. I mean, it's good to do it right after prayer because you're already kind of spiritually connected. You know what I mean? But sometimes throughout the day, you're already feeling good, or you're meditating. It's early in the morning. I like doing du'as very early in the morning. You feel me? Because I think those where du'as are accepted just early in the morning, like right after Fajr. You know, you're feeling good. But you know, I make du'as. Sometimes I make du'as without even saying anything. I feel like Allah feels it. You know, just kind of in my thoughts. You know, like I'm not even saying it out loud. Like, oh ya Allah, I'm kind of like, oh man, you know, like I wish today can get better. You know, I pray today gets better. You know,
yeah, Allah can feel the vibes. Allah knows the vibes.
He knows everything.
Allah knows the vibes.
The all-knowing, the all-hearing, the most wise.
The vibe reader.
The vibe reader.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, bro, and I appreciate you sharing that, because that's definitely something I want to take and I want to use, and I recommend that all you guys use that as well.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been a very good short episode. I don't think there's much more that we can kind of say to add to what.
I mean, if there's anybody that do certain things when they make du'as, certain du'as that they like, reach out to us. Let us know. You know where to find us. Twitter, Instagram, Young, the letter N Muslim. That's Young N Muslim.
YouTube, Facebook, just Young Muslim podcast, Young Muslim podcast. Anything you search like that will pop up, baby.
And let us know how you found us too. We see other people hit us up, oh, I love your podcast. We want to hear like how you found out about it, so we can invest in those resources so more people can find us too and enjoy these episodes. Make sure you subscribe. Stay in tune with us with all the cool things that we're doing. You can find us on SoundCloud, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Castbox. What else?
A lot of third-party podcast places, because people find us that way as well. So, like, if you just have like a podcasting app, you can look us up, and we'll more likely show up as well.
Absolutely. With that, do you have anything else?
No. Ramadan's coming, guys. Yes.
Good luck.
Just try and prepare a little bit every day. Make your intentions, like we said in the beginning, and inshallah, we all make it in together and we make it out together.
Inshallah, brother. Successful.
Ameen,
brother.
All right, so with that said, I'm Jibreel Salam.
And this is Mohamed Hassan.
And you are listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
We hit you with the greetings of peace.
As-salaam.
Wa alaikum.
Goodbye.